Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a collective reading for humanity. Today is the 10th, June 10th, 2021, the date that I'm doing this, and it'll be from today and beyond, okay? So let's see. Now, these cards are wild. So, I've only had them for a little bit. I got them for Mother's Day. So I might have to refer to the book a little bit because they mean... they have their general meaning, but I'm going to mostly use them for, like, intuitive reads. But they do have a differing meaning. But before that, where is this other one? This Enigma Oracle deck that I love, that I use a lot for my humanity, collective readings for humanity, is actually really good. I'm going to use that first, actually. So 1 second, please. Okay. Can you please show me the collective of humanity? So I'm not saying these things are happening, have happened, or will happen, okay? Everything is subject to free will, and that's the free will of each individual person in the collective of humanity, as well as the will of the divine. None of us are free from the law of cause and effect. This can be in any area. Nothing's off the table. Spirit, can you please show me what's going on with the collective, please? Can you please show me what's going on with the collective, please, Spirit? Show me what's going on for the collective today, June 10th, 2021 and beyond. Show me the collective, please. Okay, so we have the sun. The sun needs to be stabilized, or stabilization of the sun. So, okay. There's like a peak of like, what is it called? Solar flares or something. There's like a peak of that, but there's some type of stabilization of the sun. What's happening that maybe we don't realize. There's also something that's going to be illuminated. Anything else for the collective? Air. Also, the nervous system, the way we communicate. So there's a revelation about communication as well. Something that's coming to light about that. Also, there might be something coming out about how... I don't know, this is weird. But you see how you have the two circles in the center? Communication, or how... Something's coming to light about communicating between dimensions, or between something via the nervous system. I don't know what that's about. Okay, anything else for the collective? The moth. Okay. I just heard moth to a flame here. Okay, let's see. Anything else for the... Okay. We have the bell. I heard for whom the bell tolls, but there's something about an alarm bell going off, or an alarm system going off today. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I don't know. Show me what's the correlation between the sun and the air? Airwaves. Okay. What's the connection between the sun and the air, please? Atmosphere. Connection between the sun and the air, please. Come on. It's the sun and the air. What's the connection between the two? Okay, that's too many. Less cards. 1 card, please, Spirit. Okay, thank you. The messenger. Okay. What I just told you that. The messenger, right? Okay. Bouncing out the messenger. There's something about that. There's more than one. There's 3. Because, look, you have the triangle, and then you have the 2 circles, and then the messenger makes the 3rd circle. Okay. What's the connection between air and the moth? Waning crescent moon. Eclipse energy. We also have a solar eclipse today. Oh, that makes sense. In Gemini. Gemini's the messenger. or the zodiac of communication. We do have an eclipse today. A solar eclipse. I have no idea what time, though. And it's in Gemini, I believe. What's the correlation between the moth and the bell? The omen. We also have one more that came out. Self-awareness. So, I don't know. We'll do like this. I'll just put it over here. Okay. Alright, so what's the correlation between the messenger and waning crescent? What's the connection between the two? The messenger brings an omen. This eclipse is bringing an omen. Something to be taken very serious. So you have a 44 and then you have a 22. So you have a doubling down. Or, yeah, taking away. Taking away. Good, yeah, doubling down here. What's the core? So there's something that's going to be coming from the sun, or well, obviously we're in the eclipse right now, but there's something that be mindful of it affecting your nervous system, possibly how you feel. I'm also not a doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist, just putting it out there. Something's going to rise up. A messenger rises, or the messenger rises. There's something about connection to the nervous system as well. It's not so much seeing is believing, it's believing that is seeing. Show me the messenger and the waning crescent, please. The magic. The messenger would look like it's magic. Or they have magic, or the end of magic. I won't say the end of magic, but there's like something that's, again, you see? But now it's mirroring this. I don't know. This is such a trip. These cards are so trippy. Let me turn this up so you can hear. There's something about a mirror dimension, a messenger from a mirror dimension. Something about magic. It's no longer magic number 10. Something about it was 12, was 11. Now it's down to 10. So 2 have been removed. But it's a mirror dimension. And the in-between. There's something in between, or somebody or people will be able to communicate in between the two dimensions here. Pay attention to the messages you received during this time, or especially today. Like like downloads and messages that rise up in you. Okay. Potent magic. This can even be like the jinn. What's the waning crescent and the omen? What's the connection between the two? So alarm bells are going off. We need to pay attention to a message or a messenger. The raven. Also the moth. Now I am going to look up some of these cards because some of them haven't came out, but I just want to make sure I get all of them intuitively here. And then I'll get into the tarot. Alright, anything else between waning crescent and the omen? What's the connection between the two? What's the connection between the two? Okay. Sorry. I have one card fall underneath my shelf. The wing and the tree. Okay. All right, what's the connection? So, doesn't this look like lungs or like rivers? Electricity, like lightning as well? Wing. Okay, something about testing flights. Testing flight patterns, or there's something about observing. It looks like magic, but because there's no wings. It looks like magic because there's no wings. But this can talk about branching out There's an omen about branching out. Okay. What's the connection between the omen and self-awareness then? Let me just put it here. What's the connection between the omen and self-awareness? What's the connection, Spirit, between omen and self-awareness, please? Waxing gibbous. Again, now it's still mirroring. A mirror dimension. I don't know why. Okay. What is the connection between, I'm just going to put that there. What is the connection between, what's the connection between the magic and the wing? A wing or a sect of magic? No, it's too many. I can't take two. I only need one, please. One, okay. Duality. I told you, see? Look. I told you. It's like the middle way. There's a bridge here. Some type of communication. Not like a harbinger, but like a message of pay attention. Okay, someone's getting communication. So I get like Archangel Gabriel with this, because he is the Archangel of communication. Someone here is going to get a very, very important download regarding the existence of a family tree or the branching out of a family tree, but also between something about pay attention to the alarm bells here. Okay. Let's see. So with the sun, it talks about, I want to go more this way. All right, let me just bring it down. Hold on. Okay. So, I don't know if it's really hard to have a really small table. Let me get a bigger table. So, for me, it's kind of like a pyramid, but we have some branching off, and that's why we have branches here. Wings are branching, like wings of a building, or like wings are branching off. You see how we have collection here? We have like groups, 4 different wings or 4 different groups here that branched off from something, from the primary, from the whole. And then here we have an omen that's trying to pay attention. Okay, we need to have more self-awareness here, more with like frequency as well. There's something about a parallel dimension, because there is the duality here, and there's a bridging the gap here. There's a bridge via communication. There's a mirroring here as well as here. 3 moons, or something about 3 moons too, but there's a mirror going on. So between a waning crescent and a waxing gibbous. So I'm not sure what moon cycle we're in right now. I know we do have a solar eclipse today. There's great change as well. We have 4 flames or 4 fires, but we need to pay attention. The sun and the air talks about communication. Maybe there's, because of this eclipse here, we can, and Gemini is like the messenger. There's a messenger here. It doesn't have to be a person like that's a Gemini. I'm just saying, like, Gemini talks about communication, and we are talking about the eclipse. There's something regarding the illumination about air quality in the nervous system, but there's a bridging, like, you might get downloads and you can feel it through your nervous system of some kind. There's something about a bridging between duality. There's a wing of magic here. I don't know why I keep getting this magic. Like it may look like magic, but it may not actually like be magic or anything. But there's something about, A third, you see how a moth has two wings? A raven has two wings, and you have one wing by itself. So there is something about a branching off. One wing branches off from the others. I don't think that that was going to be expected. There's some form of communication that's going to come, and there's going to be like a bridging of the gap here between two. Okay, let me look at the thing. Okay. So the sun can talk about, let me find it real fast. There's something about, yeah, bridging a gap. It says energy, ultimate power, giver of life, radiance. So, yeah, ultimate power and illumination. So I get ultimate power of the air. So somebody wants to have dominance over the airspace. Or air quality, maybe. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, there we go. There's an energy, you can almost taste it. You can almost feel it, that there's something that's coming down, feeding all the way down. We're going to feel it. There's a charge to the air. And I've been saying that since like 2014, 2015. It's like it's almost palatable, like you could almost touch it. You know, you can feel it, you can smell it, you can sense it really, really strongly. There's an energy, a charge literally to the air. So let's look about when air can also even talk about communication. Oh. So, okay. So the sun obviously is light, right? There's some form of light, or what is it? There's some type of code that's going to be like almost like a binary code, but it's sent on light. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like a binary code that's sent with some type of radio signal or something from the sun, or maybe it's about the sun. All right, let's see what air technically means with this card. Let me see. Thought, clarity, flexibility, communication, and aloofness. Yeah, so that's what yeah, exactly what I was saying. So there is a bridging. Okay, something's going to be illuminated that charges the collective, like the collective's nervous system. Like there could be like, I don't know, a burst of sunlight. There could be some type of, we're going to get some type of message regarding the sun from messengers. It's like intuitive downloads. There's something going on with our sun. So pay attention to communication, but there is a bridging the gap between these two. Okay, between two parallels. See, okay. Be mindful of your self-awareness. Be mindful of what you become aware of, is what I'm also hearing. So with the moth here, you see how we have one triangle turning one direction, or one direction? So it's like one wing, and we have the other ones in. It's almost like, yeah, like we're missing a step here. There's a step that we're missing. I feel like that's the total eclipse. The two keys are the same, but pay attention. They're both talking different directions, but be mindful of what they're saying, because they're saying the similar things. They're both the two keys. They're both seem separate, but they're working together. What does this moth mean, technically? I just want to get all the messages I can, because I love this deck. The moth also talks about cycles, direction, compulsion, and obsession. So cycles. So yeah, again, cycling, a message coming the in between cycles. And see, there's one missing. There's a cycle missing, and I feel like it's the eclipse. But there's an omen regarding that. There is a 23 breaks down to major change. Some type of alarm bell, or pay attention to it. Pay attention to any form of self-awareness between these two. Okay, between the waning crescent and the waxing gibbous, because there's a cycle. Okay, There's a cycle missing. So the bell can talk about in this deck. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. A proclamation, communication, calling out truth, clearing negative forces, summoning aid. Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's going to be something that's going to be announced. I don't know when it's going to be announced. This is for today and beyond. So it could be any time from now until whenever. So I'll just leave this up, and again, I'm not saying this is happening, going to happen, or will happen. Just putting it out there. I'm called to do a collective reading for humanity, so that's what I'm doing. But there is going to be some type of alarm bell that's going to go off, or there's going to be, hey, we need to pay attention to this, because what's coming down towards us may not be... I feel like a lot of us are more self-aware about something that's coming, and it may not be necessarily the best thing, okay? I get for him the bell tolls. I get a swarming, even though I don't have the swarming card here. I get a swarming because, look, we need to be more self-aware about things that we're allowing here. Not 3 are okay, I feel like, and maybe 4 are okay. But there's one here that's not so good. Also, maybe these 2 are talking about, or maybe it's just one here that's trying to warn us about this one and this one, because you got 3 flames and 4 flames here, and there's one that's bringing, pay attention. Pay attention. There's one that may not seem, that maybe there's one that's trying to warn us about these other factions here. There's alarm bells going off, and the messenger, pay attention to the messages here. Especially intuitively, psychically as well, very mystical. I don't know, like mystical, or these things may seem like magic, but they're not really magic. They're just from a different dimension. Well, to us, it would seem like magic, but it's from a parallel dimension that has different, what is it called? Properties, like physics properties, dimensional properties. We're assuming that it's like ours. It's not. It's not like ours. It's really different. Completely different. It's almost like backwards in a way, but not actually backwards. I feel like whatever is flying or traveling that's sending off these alarm bells here, there is some type of, I don't know, what is it called? Reconnaissance, but there's something about our DNA that's being shifted as well. Something's changing our DNA. But it's for our advancement. Because something else is coming they're bringing us a message of warning that something else is, I guess, badder or bigger, I guess. I don't know what you would call that. It's coming, and we have to be prepared and get prepared start right now. We don't have time for bureaucracy and infighting. We don't have the time. We don't have the time. There's a tree here. There's a branching out that we need to pay attention to. Okay. So with the messenger here and magic, so the messenger will seem like magic, but it's just duality. It's I don't know. I don't know why I'm hearing this. It's us, but from a future time. To stop something from happening, to shift a course, maybe? I'm hearing shifting a course, but it's not just from a different time. But see, 19 breaks down, if you add it up to 10, so completion of duality. So coming back together, merging of one, or something was split off into 2 somehow. It feels like magic, but it's not. There was something that was done, but there's something that's coming. It'll look like magic to us. It's just not. Like they keep saying that. It's not magic. It'll look like that, but it's not magic. It's a different dimension or a different point in time that is also in a different dimension. of some kind. They're allowing. We're meant to bear witness, because we need to understand what's happening or what's coming our direction. There's something that we need to prepare for. What that is, I don't know. So let me look at this. What does it mean specifically? Let's see, messenger. Okay, it says a conduit for greater forces, receptivity, willingness, and fluid. Yes. So again, pay attention to messengers. Obviously not all of them, but pay attention to people who get psychic, or there's a messengers that these organizations, or a organization, or multiples, different branches. I get more, like maybe 2 or 3 are going to reach out for these quote unquote oracles, or quote unquote messengers, to get downloaded. It's going to seem like magic. Like, how did you know this? Okay, look, because you also have 46, which breaks down to 10, 19, which breaks down to 10. So 10, 10. So we need to prepare. We need to pay attention to these omens, these messages here. But they're going to try to get there's some form of illumination that these messengers receive downloads via their nervous system. And something about their hair is an extension of that, because they're able to stand right there in the center, in between dual realities, or dual dimensions of some kind that seem to overlap somehow. How they overlap, I don't know. And so what happens is that they get into some type of state. I don't know what that is, or however it's done, but they download this. It looks like magic, but it's not. It's just they're able to push their consciousness, or like push. It's like a push. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like a push, but also an emergence, or not emergence. Like you submerge yourself into the experience and into the push, or the slide into, like you slide into it. And these people are able to receive messages from this place without any equipment. They're just able to, naturally, for some reason. But there's going to be wanting to contact them, or connect with them somehow. So it's like messages was rising up, and then downloads as well. So it's like it's like electrical current through the nervous system. So with the waning crescent here, again, there's a duality here. Okay, there's a duality here. There's a cycle missing. There's a cycle missing somewhere, like a missing link. And I feel like it's these messengers. I feel like it's more than one. It's a lot more than that. Waning is banishing, expulsion, endings, and cutting ties. There's messengers that are going to talk about, hey, we have to cut ties with something, or there's going to be an ending. There's an omen here that we need to pay attention to. Something about taking flight as well. Let me sit with it a minute. Pay attention. There's a completion of a cycle, and there's a missing cycle somehow in between. There's like a completion and ending of a cycle, but I feel like it's like an omen of a cycle of time. We need to pay attention to something about that. Pay attention to your dreams as well. It's going to be really, really important right now for the psychic community. Really, everybody is, but there's something about dreams here. But there's people too that are going to be sought out to deliver these messages, because they are able to download it directly, and it's like an upload and a download nervous system. Okay, there's something about downloading and uploading your nervous system, or your electrical impulses from your nervous system. Something about that. I don't know what that means, but there's something about uploading that and or downloading information. Like uploading it to a system, but then downloading it as well at the same time into a system. I don't know if that makes sense for my computer people. I don't know what that means. Like a hard drive, but bigger. But there's people here who can transverse the in-between. like a walker between realities, a walker between worlds here. They do it through their nervous system somehow. There's going to be a flash of insight or a flash of messages too for many people. There could somebody might want to expel, like what is it, expulsion, or getting rid of a messenger or messengers here. So be mindful of that. There's an omen here. Somebody wants to get rid of the messengers that are also the witnesses. There's something about the witnesses are the messengers. And the messengers are the witness, the ones that are supposed to witness, and it's more than two. It's more than four. It's a lot of people. It's like it's a collect. Okay, as these people witness everything that's going on the world, in the world, or in the world stage, or as a collective, these people, for whatever reason, it's like they upload this information through their nervous system into the space that can be retrieved from either side of the dimension. If that makes sense. Either side of the veil, but they're doing it in the in-between here. It's like they are the eyes and ears of something greater or something bigger. They probably the messengers don't even realize that. So when they're observing something that takes place, whomever is listening or observing, they're uploading that information and, I guess, categorizing it, storing it somewhere, or learning from it. And then they send back a message which is downloaded through these people. They're like oracles, but not necessarily. Let me get one more card on that. Show me the messengers, please. It looks like magic, but it's not. It's just the natural progression of walking between the two dimensions of duality. Okay, I don't know. Show me the messengers, please. Anything else about these messengers? One card. Anything else about these messengers, please? That's too many. I can't take all that. Spirit, less cards, please. Only need one. One, please. One card for the messengers, please. There's something about transversing the realities, or transversing dimensions. It's almost like a tunneling or something. I don't know. Like a burrowing. The soul. Time. Okay. Alright. So we have the messenger. Soul and time. This has the same symbol. The messenger has the same symbol as time. So there is, and then this has the duality. So somebody here, or these people, these messengers, and I feel like it's more than one. I feel like it's like a collective, or there's like, I don't even feel like these people maybe they don't even know that they are these messengers. Maybe they don't even realize this. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. Soul time. Duality. The messengers of soul time, walking between dual realities. The messengers are the souls, and they're talking about time. And they're communicating via dimensionally, or in between the veils, like in between worlds, or in between realities here. Let me see what these mean. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. The soul. Radiance. Inside each being driving force, curiosity, and outreach. So there is a messenger outreach of the soul because of something that's going to happen in time, or in... okay. Messengers of time. Through time, of time, because of time. Time is like a dimension of all of on its own. But it has no... Time is a dimension, or even a being, or a plane of existence all of its own. So anything that's ever happened, will happen, is like a collection of that, like stored, like on hard drives. I don't know. It doesn't have to be hard drives, but it's like a collection is stored there. And these people are retrieving it. Yeah, my head's tingling. Yeah. There's something about retrieving that. Let me find, where's the time one at? I just want to make sure I'm telling you. this is what I've been getting intuitively, but I want to make sure we get all the messages we can from it. Time, inevitability, process, doing the work, maintenance, needed. There's something about time that needs the expulsion of time. Oh, so it's the messenger pushing the soul through time to the end of time. Okay. Between dimensions of some kind. This is super trippy. The omen says transmutation, enlightenment, perfection, hard work, sincere effort, greed versus altruism. I'm sorry, that's alchemy. The omen, a sign of things to come, a warning, assistance. There's an ending that's pending. Again, end of time. There's no time because the ending is coming. You need more self-awareness. We need rapid advancement. Okay. Rapid advancement is needed. No running out of time. An ending approaches. Okay, that's super scary, but okay. Okay, all right, let me see what the thing says about it. Okay, so self-awareness, obviously we know what that is. Deep knowledge of self, ability to move in multiple planes of existence. What did I tell you? So, yeah, so there's an ending of multiple planes of existence. We need to have self moving through time. But be careful, there's an ending to that. There's something about existence here of different planes of existence. There's something where alarm bells are being sounded here. We need to transverse these existence. We need to do it rapidly, and we need to do it soon because time's running out, or there's some type of ending of some type of time. There's a warning. There obviously impending doom, so we need to pay attention to what we're doing. They're gonna be reaching out to these messengers from some way, somehow. Maybe these are messengers that I can contact, something in between these dimensionally worlds, or in between the duality of dimensions or duality of time. Something about tapping into this duality of time. All right, let's look at this one. So with this here, I feel like it's, again, there's between the cycles, ending of a cycle of time. But there's a missing cycle. There's an in-between that we're missing, which I feel like is the in-between messengers. There's something that we need to see. So waxing, what does that say? Gibbous? What does that mean? Okay, it says renewal, a huge boost of energy. Yeah. Okay, so there's an end and a renewal, right? So a death and a rebirth. The culmination of energy. So there's a contraction and an expansion, okay? Between dimensions or planes of existence. But where's this cycle of time, okay? There's a cycle of time that's in between here. So I guess we are in between it. Or somewhere we're heading towards this. There's an in-between, like a waiting area, like a holding room, or like a pause, right? And transversing between an ending of time and the expansion, or the contraction of time, or the crunch, I guess, or like the inhale, right? And then you pause, and then the exhale, which is expansion. So we have coming back to void, or the beginning. So pulling in, so reception, and then we have the expansion and pushing out, which is like order and chaos and order. So what's the cycle in between that? All right, so which is transversing. Pay attention to transversing different dimensions or planes of existence. Very mystical, very psychic as well. There's going to be like a pushing of consciousness in between. But these messengers push through their nervous system these messages, or I guess even the soul, in soul's time. There's a duality between that. Are dual souls in another plane of existence. So these people here can reach, their messengers can push and reach out to a different soul in time. But they're not quite able to find a point in, what is it? It's like a point in time. Because all time is like running congruent at the same time. So like, I guess that would be, the future is creating the present creates the past. Okay, and then it cycles back around, so the past can go towards the future. If that makes sense. So it goes forwards and backwards, but it's kind of like, what are they called? They're like these dolls, like Russian dolls. You put them inside of one another. It's like nesting dolls. It's like that with time, but it has like almost like a collection data point right there in between. It's like this. It's like each slice of time overlaps at like a nexus point, and these people, these messengers, can go tap into that, either go there physically, but I feel like it's more consciousness, like pushing. Okay, they can upload to that, and then they can download from it. But it's always, they're like a two-way radio. It's like a two-way radio here, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me put this back down here. So let's keep going. So here we have magic, right? Okay. There's someone who's been missing. Okay, even though this was right here, so the messengers will look like magic, but they're not. But there is some type of manipulation or of time, bending, warping, or tunneling through time. But it's not just time, like space-time or time-space continuum. It's actually a plane of existence. Time actually is a literal, like literally a plane of existence, where there's no time and all time together, all mixed up. I don't know if that makes sense. There's something coming out about that, though. Okay, so it's like manipulation, or using, it's like mystical time, or like manipulating time itself. There's something about that. So the magic here talks about, where is it? Hold on. Desire for change, breaking taboo, harnessing forces within, alignment, collaboration, being guided. So yeah, messengers coming through, sending a message through time to guide through messengers who are also the observers, the witnesses, and the messengers, whether they realize it or not. To guide through time, sending a message through time for guidance, to let's work together. Okay, we both kind of cease to exist if we don't work together. If that sounds really bleak and horrible, but let's keep going. So the wing, again, you see they're equaled, right? And in between it's like a thin, like air, like a flap of a wing, but it's not really. It's like, again, air energy, right? I don't know how many is in here. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many dots there are, but there's two groups on one side, there's two groups on the other side of this communication. But there's something coming that's an omen. Okay, the ending. Pay attention. There's a warning here, and there's inevitability here of an ending of some kind. A wing. Okay. Let's see what the wing means then. There's something about communication. It says goals, ability to propel something towards completion, escape, rising above circumstances. So yeah, there's some type of message that's being guided through time about how we can transverse this, because we need to pay attention. There's an ending coming of some kind. It's like this is a warning message for the collective. But there's messengers here. There are a subsect branch of humanity. These messengers, okay, these bring a message of omen, okay, to pay attention. There's somehow a different branch or subset of human species, although they're still human, but maybe they don't even realize it. But they receive these messages because of some level of self-awareness, because their DNA was changed. It almost looks like, this is Braille, but it looks like coding to me, like DNA, excuse me, sequencing. I mean, how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different DNA sequence coding from 10 different species of humans, or humanoid, or human-like, I guess. Splicing. They branch off to many different branches of the human species here. Let me see. Anything else about this wing? Let me read that one more time. I just want to make sure. Goals, ability to propel something towards completion, escape, rising above circumstances. So yeah, getting above what this is. Paying attention to the warning signs. Or show me the wing. What else? Guide the wing. The messengers are being guided to deliver these omens. Show me the wing, please. Show me the wing. The obelisk. See, look. We also have mirroring. Look. Look. I have the wing here, but I'm going to put it on this side. See, we have mirroring here, right? We have 21 and 12, which is also mirroring. So, again, look. We go up to download, and then, or to upload, and then here we go down to download. This talks about like a tower to reach heavens, or the obelisk is to, like, communication. A branch of communication here, or a branching of humanity that can communicate with whatever this is, like this dimension of time, or the all time. Like, literally, I feel like it's all time, if that makes sense. So the obelisk can talk about hold on, but that's just what I was getting intuitively. Where is it? It's so hard to see. Okay, no. Okay, well, the tree talks about microcosm, cycles of life, eternal return, predictability, and nature. Yeah. So we're going through an evolution, and some people are already up further along on that process here. On a cellular level, like I was saying, the branching of a subset of humans, cycles of life and time, eternal return. This talks about a returning, a renewal, predictability, so psychically as well, and also through nature, like taking the easiest route, or electricity travels the easiest route, just like with evolution of some kind, but it's been changed, if that makes sense. So we have the obelisk. Where is it? 1 second. Power source, battery, positive and negative capability, the unknown. So, yeah. So, again, there's electrical charge here. Okay. A branch of electricity, like I was telling you, is like a current. Like uploading and downloading messages psychically from the eternal return and predictability, talking about psychic abilities here. All right, show me the tree then. Let me see the tree. Show me the tree. So the messengers here can message or speak. So they upload and download, like almost like electrical current here. Okay. To this in-between dimension. Walk over between worlds. The in-between, the duality here of time. Okay. And then we also have, it looks like magic, but it's for guidance here. Show me the tree. So it's a different branch of humanity. We have waning gibbous now. And then we have new moon. Almost looks like crosshairs in some fashion. It's like far away. It's like this is up close and then this is far away. Okay. I have no idea what those mean. But this is, again, this is the mirror to this. This is the opposite mirror of that. This is up close and this is far away. Almost like being in crosshairs, it feels like. Really hyper-focused on. This is like really being hyperly focused. Really like zoning into something. Looking at it up close and then far away. Because when you look at it up close, it's one way. When you look at it far away, it's different. Alright, so let's see. Waning gibbous here. Says cleansing and introspection. Yeah, there's an inevitability of a cleansing of evolution here. And then we also have new moon, which talks about beginnings, fresh starts, new projects, setting intentions, and planting seeds. Yes, look, we're about to find out something about creation, about how we seeding a planet or seeding life. Okay, so the endings that bring new beginnings, and this is the in-between cycle. In-between cycle. These two are here, the in-between. So seeding and new beginnings of the family tree, cosmically, of some kind. Okay. Electrically charged of the messengers through the nervous system as well. Watching and always observing, witnessing and uploading and transmitting and receiving. It's a transmuter, so it's like you can transmit and receive messages that looks like magic, but it's from the all-time to guide us through a different reality, or some type of transversing eternal reality of a branching of different human beings, levels of existence. Okay, well, I'm going to stop this one here. I didn't get to the tarot, which is, a new deck, but I'll maybe use that some. Let me skip one card. Anything else about this, Spirit, please? One additional card, please, for potential outcome for this reading. One card, one or two cards, please, about this. What is this about, please, Spirit? Eight of Cups. Being able to take flight, to get away. It's like the soul here. Trying to get away. The messengers. Again, more air energy, trying to transverse this. The Magician. Again, magic here. Manifestation here. This is like static. But we have all the tools to do so. It's infinite. So transversing through infinitely. Manifesting a way to transverses or to leave. Okay. But it's a heavy burden with the Ten of Wands here. It's a lot to carry. Many chairs. But there's not enough chairs for every person or everything. Okay, anything else, please? A heavy burden to do this, to try to manifest this. Or they've been trying to come through a different way through communication, but it comes through like static noise. We're going to receive communication from outside of Earth that's going to seem like static, but pay attention to that. If you break it down into binary, it's actually a message. It's a heavy burden to do so. It expends a lot of energy. Anything else, please, about this? So pay attention, but also going to be coming through people. Four of Cups, we need to accept the message. Okay, it's coming from different directions. Which way do we go? Which way? Look, the wings are off. Which way do we go? All roads lead to home in some fashion. Okay. All right. We have a choice to make in direction that we're going to take, and that will be like light shining down to us. It's a burden to send this light, but it needs to be done. It's very difficult to send this message, but they're going to be doing it. It might sound like static noise, but pay attention. There's a code in the background. Okay? All right, well, this is what I have. Very interesting, very wild. All right, I have no idea what I'm going to title this, but this is it. If you want to get personal reading with me, all the information is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit all notifications. That way you know when I upload. And as always, please take care of yourself until next time.